My beautiful Taurus, we're going to go ahead and get into this timeless energy reading for you. I want you to please take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest out. Oh, as you can see, one popped up. We have here 10 of Swords as the overall most important energy in the reading. This is a significator. 10 of Swords is essentially a painful ending. This is coming to a closure, something that has been very difficult for you to move forward from. 10 of Swords is not a pleasant energy, but it is also an opportunity to get rid of things that have not been serving you. So even though it doesn't feel pleasant, it does like bring room into your life for other things that are more fulfilling for you to come through. What's crossing you here? 5 of Wands. My goodness. 5 of Wands is a conflict-like energy. As a crossing energy, this can indicate that there is individuals around you that are just giving you a hard time. Maybe there's disagreements. Maybe there is underlying jealousy or envy. There is just a sense of bickering, just a sense of chaos around the situation. The good thing about this is that you can see where people stand and what their true colors are. But the bad thing is that you have to navigate this really chaotic energy at this time. And why this is happening, Taurus, is because you need to walk away. 8 of Cups. I feel like there's this sense of this journey is over. This situation, you have been at it for far too long. Something is just completely done. Emotionally, this doesn't serve you. It's time for you to let it sink. Just like here, the 8 Cups are sinking in the ocean or in the body of water while the individual walks away, and then you see the sunset, right? So this is about kind of honoring your internal world and understanding yourself and what is it that certain situations are making you feel. And if that is not a positive thing, then it is time to consider how we can move forward. If anything, it's time to let it go so you can move forward, because you have that 10 of Swords there. Past energy, we have here the Emperor. I feel like I see you as someone in the past that has been very aware of the things that you have welcomed into your life. This is the card of accountability. This is a card of leadership in your life, taking control. And to a certain extent, like you have known, you have already evaluated this from a very objective perspective. Like you're not being emotional about the situation. There's just something simple that there's simply something here that has been toxic in your life, and you know that it has to go, and it's just the time for it to go. And you knew that it didn't matter what moment this happens, it's still going to be an uncomfortable situation. And I feel like the 10 of Swords just represents that uncomfortable transition. You have here in the near future is the energy of the Lovers, meaning that you have a lot of power in how you determine how things are going to play out in your life. This is the card of free will. This is the card of duality as well, right? You have a choice. You can either walk away and close the cycle, or you can keep going and try to patch it up. Regardless, every choice has the yin and the yang, right? It has the good and the bad. Things are what they are. So it's up to you. How do you want to really decide on how to move forward? However, this is a major arcana. So the way that you move forward in this particular situation is going to impact your life, right? This is a big decision that some of you guys are being faced with, okay? And then you have here the Death and Rebirth card, another major arcana, saying that there is a big transition happening in your life. This is a death and rebirth. And like I said earlier with the 10 of Swords, it's like, although uncomfortable, you're making room to welcome something better in your life. With 10 of Swords showing up as the main situation, okay? So 10 of Swords. Let's go ahead and get into the 10 of Swords here a little bit deeper. What can you tell me about the 10 of Swords? Okay, so 10 of Swords, you have here the Hermit. The Hermit is saying that when it comes to this situation, there is some introspection that needs to be done from your part. I feel like this is a type of situation that only you can really decide. How do you choose to move forward? So this is not the best time to go and seek advice from others unless you know that they're like a trusted mentor that's not going to take biases. But the Hermit is very personal. The Hermit is very private. The Hermit asks you to take a step back and quiet the outside world so you can find your inner light. So there is this sense of you really got to think about how it is that you want to move forward and come up with a solution within yourself. You have here Six of Pentacles, which shows the restoration of balance. It shows that there is a event or some sort of aid coming your way that will make the transition a little bit better. It gives you like a cushion, so to speak. And then you have here the Three of Swords. This doesn't come without saying that, again, there is some sort of heartbreakenness. There is some sort of pain that some of you guys are experiencing emotionally. The Three of Swords is kind of like of acceptance. There is in the energy already in the reading, regardless, there's just this energy of acceptance, even with the Ten of Swords, that something has truly affected you for too long, right? And then can you give me on this Five of Wands, please? Five of Wands. Five of Wands is showing up here with the Page of Swords, which is about being very observant. This is about really seeing things from an objective perspective, to be vigilant, watch out for any little detail, for any little comment maybe that some people might be saying. There's this need to be very vigilant at this time. You have Seven of Pentacles. As you're going through this transition, you are planting your seeds, and these seeds are growing, okay? So this is about you being able to say, hey, I'm proud of myself for doing the work this far, and it's only going to continue to blossom. And you have here the Devil, and this is the energy that wants to keep you restricted. Devil energy shows, I don't want you to move. I want to keep puppeteering with your mind, and I want you to stay in this specific situation. Some of you guys are dealing with someone like that, you know, but for others, this is energetically, this is like within yourself, okay? So this is energy of acknowledging the devil within, or even the devil within, outside of yourself, so you can understand what is really restricting you, right? Because we're talking about that Five of Wands. So it's about being vigilant, understanding that your seeds are blossoming. You just have to be patient with the process, and kind of also a detachment level. Page of Swords can indicate, do not engage in the drama with other people. Do not engage in debate. Some people might be baiting you at this time to get a reaction out of you. It's not the best time to engage with that. If anything, you shouldn't be engaging with that at all. Lovers in the near future, you have here the Four of Cups. So this is the energy of kind of being disinterested, dissatisfied, bored even, kind of like a stagnant energy. But the most important thing with this card is that there is a cup being offered to you, but you're so dissatisfied with the previous offers that you're not able to see that this cup is being offered to you. So that's the energy of the free will, right? You can choose how you view a situation, what decisions you choose to make. How do you decide, how am I going to move forward, or am I going to continue to dwell on what has not worked? Am I going to go hard on myself, or am I going to basically support myself so I can make better choices, so I can be better informed? There's a sense of being better informed too, because of the Page of Swords. There is something that maybe in the past you have not been completely informed about, and that has burned you, and now it's really important for you to stay very vigilant. And you have here Page of Cups. This is a conversation for some of you guys. This can indicate that there is a heartfelt conversation, someone or yourself even being honest with yourself, right? So let's go ahead and get into the Death. Death and Rebirth. Here we go. We have the Moon, an energy of confusion. You have a lot of major arcanas in your reading, by the way. So this is a pretty big deal. And then you have the Chariot, finding your willpower, your direction, gaining clarity. So I feel like a lot of things that have kept you behind bars, so to speak, like the mental bars, those things are being purged out of your life. There's a big transition, and there's this level of the transitions here, right? We can take these things out of your life 100%, but it is up to you how you choose to view the events, or how you choose to view yourself when you're moving forward. That's why that Four of Cups is showing up there as someone that is just so not interested in their own life. You have to be really careful with that, because you can shed your skin, but it doesn't mean that you can't scar in that process. So be open, you know, stay in your heart space, Page of Cups, and allow yourself to stick with the duality mindset, meaning that, you know, there's going to be the yin, the yang to everything. It's a matter of how we deal with this energy and how we co-create with the energy, okay? So with that being said, my beautiful Taurus, please let me know if this reading resonated with you. And if it did, drop me a comment down below. Please like and subscribe if you want to support my channel. And I will see you guys on the next reading. Bye.